I am Bill Giles, chairman of the Philadelphia Phillies, National League champs. I got involved with CADEkids about 22 years ago when then Police Chief Kevin Tucker came to me and explained the program of CADE. And the Phillies and the Eagles and the Flyers and the Sixers all put in the seed money to get CADE going 22 years ago. And now it's proven it works.
I first got involved with CADE after talking to Mitch Goldman as well as Bill Giles and hearing about all the good things that CADE was doing in the community, and it seemed like an organization that I'd really want to get involved with. However, over my years of experience with the board, I've really created a place in my heart for CADE and the good things that it does in our community and how it gives the children the tools they need to grow and prosper in the community.
CADEkids' mission is to help kids make smart decisions. And the interesting thing is that it isn't just a drug or alcohol program, which is not to say they're important, but it gets at the root causes of both of those behaviors, which is lack of impulse control.
The reality is that in a split second, a child can change his or her life. CADEkids is all about getting involved with these children at a very early age and teaching them the best decisions to make and setting the course for them to move into a positive direction.
The kind of violence that we see right now does so much damage to our young people in particular that I don't think people really fully understand the extent of it. And that's why it becomes almost a perpetual thing where one generation after the other becomes engaged in that kind of activity. That's a learned behavior. And if we don't intervene early on and break that cycle of violence, it is not going to correct itself. We have to intervene, and we have to intervene with a real solid strategy, and I think CADE does that.
The prevention specialists are really important. It's a very different kind of program. They're in every classroom. You have to see what happens in that classroom. Prevention specialists really serve as a mentor for these children, and it's a very important role. Teachers don't necessarily do it. The prevention specialists are really bringing the real world to the classroom and helping the children cope with what they face.
One of the things that I love about CADE is that it reaches out and it gets to the heart of the matter of where the kids are having the biggest problems. And one of the things about our youth is that they haven't learned to make good decisions, and so CADE is here to try and improve on that. Now, a mediator is a person who gets in the middle, not to try and keep the people at odds with each other, but the person who tries to help them resolve their conflict, okay? How many of you have ever been in a situation where one of your friends was arguing with another friend and you stepped in? Emmanuel, has that ever happened? Okay. Has it ever happened? Okay. All right. So now let me ask you this question before we read the story. We have the case of the flying ketchup. That's going to be one story. And then we have the other story, the case of the blabber mouth. All right?
It's important that kids get positive reinforcement and positive role models. And with the specialists going in and actually, we heard one of the speakers today who talked about the CADE specialists don't sugarcoat things, they tell you the way things are. I think that's very important for the kids to understand what the real world is like.
CADE has made a positive impact for me because I had an extra set of hands in my life, as well as my parents and my family members. But CADE actually gives you the reality of what life is. They don't come in and just do their job and help kids make better decisions. They really give you the grip of what's life going to be about.
I think the thing that I see with children that's so different and so significant that CADE has helped them with is it brings out hope for them. They have an opportunity to see a future. And to me, that's a huge, huge thing that we're giving these children.
The kids really are the grip. When you see the interchange between the prevention specialist and the child, talking about either their family or talking about a sibling or somebody they know who got shot, and the mentoring that goes on, you know you're making a change. Whether that kid goes home and has some positive ability to deal with their parents, to better understand what's going on in their family, they come back to school and they're better. they do better. Okay? That has an impact on the community, and that should have a long-lasting impact on that child for as long as we could see. And we know by some of the successes that we've had, the kids who've been in that CADE program, gone on to college, we're getting feedback from some of them now, and we know that we're doing the right thing. We just have to do more of it.
We're changing kids' lives for about $100 per kid per year, and we do, 7,000 to 9,000 kids a year with the funding level that we have now. The city is only going to be as strong as its missing link. CADEkids changes lives.